Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians around the world. All my Gwinnetians and everyone around the world listen to the sound of my voice. It's a beautiful, chilly day here in Gwinnett County, 46 degrees, and it's only going up to 58. So it's going to be chilly all day. I'm going to have to put on some socks and boots today. I had on boots yesterday. It was so crazy. I love boots, right? And so yesterday I got this call about Senator Kamala Harris going to be in the Infinite Energy Center. So I jumped up. I was getting ready to go bowling, but I jumped up and put on my boots. I was happy to put my boots on. But we're going to talk about that in a few minutes, y'all. That's so exciting. I got to tell y'all the story. Georgia and I was there yesterday, and it was pretty cool. But I'm not going to start talking about it before I do the horoscope. So I'm going to, because you know me, I get off on a tangent, and then we'll be like running really, really late. So we're not going to do that today because I got to run out. So anyway, today is a beautiful day. It's chilly though, you know, and I'm not complaining because right now somewhere in the world there's a snowstorm going on, and I'm grateful that I am not in it. So it's all right. All right. So today is National Deviled Egg Day. That sounds delicious, doesn't it? It's so funny because the election is tomorrow. I know everybody know this. But my daughter and I was just talking about, you know what, we may need to go to the store and get all the stuff we need so we can. I told y'all last week, I told them, listen, go to the store and get your stuff. Cause don't be running out at all times at night and in the evening time because people are nuts right now. They were saying and I'll talk about this later, but I'll tell y'all the story. But anyway, they were saying when Senator Harrison was going through Texas the other day to campaigning, they tried to run him off the road. Like Trump supporters literally try to run them off the road. I think that's horrible. And so I'll tell y'all more about the story on the other side. But what I was telling my daughter was, listen, we can't be strolling around at nighttime. You got to go do what you got to do and come on back. I'm really seriously thinking about telling my husband to take them days off. But I know he's like not going to want to do that. And that's just me being cautious because I just know, he travels really early in the morning. And it's just scary right now. You don't know who's on the road. You don't know what kind of nutcases what they're thinking. You just don't know, so you just want to be careful. But anyway, I already said, listen, we need to shelter in for like a week, like let it all try to blow over. I don't know if it's gonna blow over in a week because we know that man been saying they was cheating him before the election even started, so I don't even know. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get on with our word of the week with Georgette Teller. Good morning, Georgette, and welcome.
Good morning. Good morning, all. Good morning, all you Gwinnetians out there. Always excited to come to you on Monday and share our word of the week. So let's get started. Because, I know we got a lot to talk about today, so I'm trying not to hold everybody up.
Yeah.
All right. So hold on, let me do this one more time.
She's shuffling the cards, y'all.
I know, I can't help it. They just feel good in my hand. So, all right. The word of the week is... I need my glasses today. Okay. Oh, wow. This is okay. The word of the week is compassionate.
Ooh.
Oh, boy.
We need that word for the week.
We need that word this week. Compassionate. It's a feeling. It's a way to show empathy and sympathy and concern for other people. Right? So really, to be really compassionate really is to really feel deeply for another person when they're experiencing things, right? Ups and downs, anything associated with life. And it really, compassionate, wow. That is such a good word, for us now, because I think a lot of times when people think about, or don't think about being compassionate.
Uh-oh, you're breaking up. We lost you. Hello? Okay, I don't know what happened.
I'm here.
Oh, okay. We didn't hear anything you said.
Okay, you heard me now? Oh, I'm sorry. I broke up?
Yeah, we lost you completely.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so did you hear? Okay, so did you hear what compassion is? Compassion is really feeling or showing empathy towards somebody else and concern for someone else. Right? It's a way of feeling deeply about things that other people are going through or what they experience. And I think that's really important because I think a lot of times people don't feel compassionate towards a lot of people if they are not experiencing it themselves. Mm-hmm. I've heard people say that, well, that doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect me, so I'm not gonna put my energy towards that. But I think that's really not being compassionate. I think when you're compassionate, you are to feel and to understand what people are going through, whether it's the same situation that you've been through or not. I mean, I don't have to. If somebody I know is hurting, if somebody I know is starving in another country or even in this country or whatever it may be, I don't have to be starving to understand and have compassion for that person. At least that's just me. I don't think that, and I think a lot of times we go around thinking, oh, well, that doesn't concern me or that's not happening in my household. So I don't really have to feel compassionate about, what's happening in somebody else's household. And I think practicing compassion is about that. It is about feeling and having sympathy and empathy for somebody because of something that they're going through, whether it directly affects you or not. And so the other thing, too, I think a lot of times we don't have self-compassion for ourselves. Mm. And I think that's really a good place to start, because I think if you learn to be more compassionate about things that you have gone through, then it's easier to be compassionate about other things, about things that other people are going through. I have a prime example. I have a friend who has a daughter who she suffered a lot of pain when she was younger, and she was always going to the doctor. And now she's a little bit older, and she's going to the doctor again. And so her mom is feeling really, really depressed about that, because she's not really having compassion for herself. The mom is not having compassion for herself and understanding that she's done everything that she could do. She had scoured the world, honestly, to find help for her daughter. And she's raised a daughter that can actually now move forward in her life because of the pain. But because, this person is not compassionate and caring about herself and the things that she's already done as a mom, and I know we fall into that category of having all this guilt as a mom. If your child is hurting, you're hurting. But I think she needs to have compassion for herself, and she's done all the things that she could do in that situation. And I think so having compassion for yourself is just as important as having compassion for other people. And we so need compassion in this world today. We really so do. I mean, you were just talking about the things that were happening, on the road to one of the presidential, debates or rallies. And my thing is, I mean, I'm sitting there listening to this, and I'm thinking, this is not right.
We lost you again.
2020. Mm-hmm. And, oh, my goodness. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, and I was just thinking about what you were saying about what was happening on the road, to these people going to Biden's talk. And I'm thinking to myself, this is not 1950. This is 2020. I mean, this is 2020. You know what I mean? This is not 1960. I mean, I think we need to get past that and understand that we are all human beings, and that we all have, that we all deserve respect. And also, I think we all deserve some compassion for other people in this world in general. And compassion is just something that you have to practice. If you don't feel that you have compassion, you need to practice some compassion. It's about caring and having empathy for other people, whether you're going through something or not. And I think that's just a really important thing to have and to be compassionate. So that is the word for the week, and I really hope people use that word and really take it to heart. That's a really important part of who we are, or who you can be. So.
All right, guys.
And I'm so sorry for breaking up. I don't know.
Yeah. We hear you now, though. So listen, guys, that's your word for the week, compassionate, and Lord knows we're gonna need some compassion this week. So just remember that no matter who wins the election tomorrow, or I doubt they're gonna even have the numbers tomorrow. I really do. But no matter who wins, we gotta remember that we are all Americans, and we have to stand together. That's why it's called the United States of America, not Undivided of America. That's not what it's called. And so no matter, because here's the thing. They're all politicians, right? And they all have something good and something bad. Let's just be real right here. You got to figure out who has your best interest at heart, like for real. Not your ego, not your judgments, your interests, your family. Who's gonna
prejudice?
Well, not your prejudices, not that because that's not important. Because here's the thing: you may vote for the person because you think like they think, but at the end of the day, do you have a pre-existing condition? That's all I'm saying. You gotta be smart, and a lot of people I feel like just aren't smart. Like I feel like I'm voting for the person that has my family and myself, my friends' best interests at heart. I know a ton of people with high blood pressure. I know some people that are diabetic. Why would I want to see those people suffer? I don't. I don't want to see women go to prison because they may have an unexpected pregnancy that they don't want because they can't afford to take care of a baby. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not condoning that. Yeah. I've never done it. I can't condone it. But I'm not saying I don't think the people should go to jail because they want to do something with their own bodies. Right? So I'm just saying you got to vote for the people who are going to help your family. Forget about your ego. Forget about your prejudice. Forget about your judgment. Are they helping your family? And be smart, right? If you don't know what kind of health care you got, and it's called something else, but it's really the Affordable Care Act, because there's a lot of dumb people out there. I'm telling you. You say something, oh no, I don't have that, and it's the Affordable Care Act under a different name. But because they've named it Obamacare, and people are so stupid, like it's not Obamacare, it's the Affordable Care Act. That's what it is. And someone called it Obamacare, and because they called it that, his name, people feel like I'm not going to go for Obamacare, and then you ain't gonna have no insurance, dummy. I'm just saying, because I heard a guy, they interviewed this guy he was in Kentucky. It was crazy. And I was like, I said to myself,
it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. But they asked him, like, what insurance do you have? You have Obamacare? No, I don't have Obamacare. He was in Kentucky. And he said, so the guy said, what insurance do you have? He says, I have something. He's like, yeah, that's Obamacare. He was stunned. I was like, you so stupid. But it's a lot of people like that. Like they're not even looking at the plan. They just looking at the name and making a decision based on what someone is calling it. And then they're going to vote away their rights to have health care. And then they be pissed off. Don't be pissed off because you voted away because you worried about a name. Just, oh my God, just have some common sense.
But that goes right back to the compassion thing. Like, just because it doesn't affect you, you think that whatever they're making these changes on, whoever, gets in office making these changes is not going to affect you. Trust me. If you're not making a bunch of money, it's going to affect you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I said
before. It's going to
before.
affect you. The health thing is going to affect you. Not getting any money for any stimulus is going to affect you and your family. It may not be directly, but have compassion for the people that it is going to affect. Because trust me, eventually it's going to show up at your door.
Sure enough.
And if these people increase taxes and do all these other things, that they plan on doing, what's going to happen when you don't have Social Security? Everybody's saying, oh, well, that's not going to affect me, or that's not what he's really going to do. Trust me, that is what he's going to do.
Yep.
And you're not going to have it.
That's right.
And so there's a lot of things you need to think about, but just because it's not hitting your doorstep right now, doesn't mean it won't hit your doorstep. And it feels like it doesn't mean that you don't care about anybody else's doorstep.
That's what it means to these people, though. Like, but that's what it means to a lot of people. It's not like, I don't really... Listen, I heard the rich people, black and white, right? They don't give a crap. They don't have no compassion. That's like, listen, we trying to protect our money. So we make over $400,000 a year. If he taxes an extra 3%, oh my God, we're going to be broke. You're not going to be broke. Right. But because you're rich, you don't give a crap about anybody else. And I think that's so sickening. Like in my mind, I'm thinking, maybe that's why I probably never be super rich, because I probably I want to help everybody. But these people, to me, that is sickening. Like you would rather see somebody go to jail for having an abortion, go to prison, right? You'd rather see people who have diabetes and cancer survivors and a high blood pressure and COVID-19, because they're talking about people who have COVID. Now they're probably going to have a pre-existing condition because their lungs are scarred. So you'd rather see these people suffer because you're trying to save a few dollars and you're rich. Oh my God, I think that's sickening. To me, that's sickening. That's sickening. And nobody can tell me, oh, if it were you, it was your money. No, if I had that kind of money, people that know me know that I'd be like, yeah, go ahead, do what you got to do. Because here's the thing, my family is not going to suffer. And check this out. We have been so low, right, in our lives, till we understand how to okay, well, we can't get that low no more now. At least we got to use some common sense. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I think that's disgusting.
Right. But even though we've been that low, we're still not just don't have compassion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been there, so we understand what it's like being there. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, I don't know.
I've
and
lost
one thing, too, they think it's just abortion. It's not just abortion. It's IVF or whatever, the treatment that people get to try to have babies.
vitro,
I mean,
right.
that is effective, too.
Yeah.
So it's not just because you think, somebody shouldn't have an abortion, but they're talking about people who also trying to get those things done so they can have babies because they want babies. I mean, so you have to look at the overall picture of that. You know, it's like you just have to, because once we go down that slope, trust me, there's, it's years and years and years to come back. And then somebody said, later on when your children or grandchildren look at you, they're going to be asking, where were you at? Why didn't you help that situation?
Right. Why did
you know?
One of the things I'm so proud of my mom about, and you probably heard me talk about this before, was that she walked, and it's so funny because my uncle, the one that lives with me, he was like, I wasn't getting out there walking with Martin Luther King, and that was his thought, right? That wasn't my mom's thought. She said she marched every time Martin Luther King came to Albany, Georgia, and she went to jail for 10 days. To me, that made me so proud because she fought for me to have the right to vote.
Yeah.
So black women couldn't vote until 1965. I was born in 67.
65.
So my grandmother and them had a right to vote because my mother went out there and marched with Martin Luther King along with millions of other people. So I'm so proud of her for doing that because she stood up for what she believed.
Yeah.
They put the dogs on them. They sprayed them with water hose. They put her in jail. She got sick, but she fought for what she believed in. And I get it. You got people who want, but here's the thing. Ask yourself, do I make $400,000 a year? Because you don't. The presidency really does affect you. Let me just say that rich people don't care about nobody but rich people. That's why they get along so well. And I'm not saying all of you, because I know there's some rich people out there who are amazing. But a lot of you out there, we know I've lost a lot of respect for quite a few of you. Like, oh my God, like that's how you think? So I've lost a lot of respect for a lot of them because I just feel like that's sad because you don't care. You don't care if people don't have health care. And to me, a lot more people are going to die if they lose their health care. A lot more because they're not going to go to the hospital. Listen, I got good insurance. The guy said to me, you got great insurance compared to everybody else. And I'm like, really? Because I'm pissed off. Like, I got to go ahead and pay $4,000. I got a $4,000 in-network deductible. He's like, yeah, but once you spend $4,000, it's 90%. I'm like, oh. He's like, yeah, that's a great insurance. I'm like, really? So they call that great.
Yeah, you got good insurance, but nobody is. But you're not upset with people who, you know what I mean? You're not treating people who don't have good insurance bad.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because here's the thing. I don't think that's great insurance. Now, that's what the man was telling me. I'm like, shit. Like, excuse me, y'all, but I'm like, really? So I can't even imagine what people with no insurance may be thinking. I'm thinking I got to spend $4,000 first. We didn't even hit that. Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God. Because that means we were sick and we hit the $4,000 deductible. But here's the thing. Until you hit the deductible, you pay regular price.
Right.
That's the problem.
Wow.
But we never hit it, thank God. But every time I would go, I'm like, why am I paying this much? And so it was crazy because we switched. And come to find out, what we switched to was not a good plan for us. So even though the insurance was 90%, then it was a whole lot of problems with the insurance. So we won't have that anymore. But can you imagine people who have no insurance? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Can you imagine people who have insurance with a pre-existing condition?
$1,000 for medication.
Yep. And they got a Yes. My mom is on a medication right now. She paid $229 with insurance. So without that insurance, who knows? Who knows what that? So what's going to happen to people? They're going to die. You know. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, people. This is what I will say. I don't know how this election is going to turn out. I really don't. But if it goes the other way, where you know you're going to lose your insurance, and I know this may be a little late, and I know it's extremely, 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 extremely tough, but we have to start eating better like right now. We can heal our lives, and I know for some people that is going to be super duper tough because you got to change the way you think about everything. Trust me, I know. I struggle with this every day, but there's science behind the fact that you can heal yourself. And so right now, even if the insurance, even if it goes the way we want it to go as far as insurance go, we still need to work on getting more healthier. We really do. Yeah. And there's a way to do that, but you gotta be committed to doing that. That's the other thing. And I know I didn't get to the horoscopes yet, and I'm about to, but you gotta be committed to getting well. Trust me, it's hard. I'm telling you it's hard. I know it's hard because I've been trying my entire life. I'm probably gonna get in the bucket trying. Here's what they're gonna put in. Here's what's gonna happen when it's time to get in the bucket. I tried to be extremely helpful, and I worked really hard to be successful in business. I already know, but listen, I will not go out without trying. I will not go out without a fight. I will not.
Right.
To the very end, I will fight for those two things and my family and my friends. So, anyway, we got stuff to talk about. So let's go ahead and use horoscopes for you. All right, today is Monday, November the 2nd, y'all. We made it through the weekend. And what a weekend it was. We're going to do our horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrology Cathias. We're going to kick it off like we always do, and that is with Aries. You may be angry if someone tries to take credit for something you did. Try not to lend or borrow money today. Help those incapable of taking care of their personal affairs. Listen here. Don't borrow no money. Don't lend no money. Help somebody. Have some compassion. Help somebody who needs you to help them. They're incapable, so they need your help to help them put their personal affairs in order. You never know why God is telling you to do that today, but help somebody. Taurus, be supportive in order to avoid confrontations. Before you proceed, be sure to talk over with those that will affect. They will affect. Opportunities for financial gains through investments and games of chance are likely. So you need to play the lottery today, Taurus. That's a game of chance. Let me tell you something. So I don't play the lottery very often, right? And when I do play it, half the time I forget what the ticket is. But I play, and I think I played $5 worth last week. And I was like, I should have kept my $5 because I won a free ticket. I was like, I should have kept my $5. I'm not a lottery player, but Taurus, today for you might work out for you. So go ahead and play the lottery. One ticket, just play one. It only takes $1 in a dream. That's what they used to say in New York all the time. All you need is $1 in a dream. That's all. Don't go spend $10, $20, $50. Spend $1. If it's meant for you, it's gonna happen with that $1. That's my belief. You ain't got to spend $25. Right. Spend $1.
That's right.
If the universe wants you to hit it, you're gonna hit it. $1 is all it takes. I will spend $3 because I think that's what the Powerball is. You need $3. So if you're trying to win the biggie, spend $3. But that's all it takes. If it's meant for you, it's going to be meant for you. I know people spend all their money trying to hit the lottery. Spend $1. Understand that if it's meant for you, it's meant for you. But they say, if I spend more...
At the end of the day, it's only one ticket anyway.
It's only one ticket. Here's the thing. They feel like they spend more money, they increase their chances of winning. Well, you don't have enough faith.
Yeah.
Spend $1. Now, I'm going to spend $1 on the thing I want to win. I ain't spending $5 on all this other stuff. I'm going to play the Powerball, the Mega Million. Today, I'm going to play the Jumbo Lotto. That's what I normally play. And that's $1. $1. I'm going to play that. I don't even play multiple tickets. I play one ticket because it's meant for me to win. I'm going to win. Then I take the ticket and put it somewhere like, where I put the ticket at? That's me all the time, y'all. All the time. I had tickets one time. It was almost a whole year. I was like, oh crap, there go this ticket. I found some tickets the other day inside of a book. I'm like, how did tickets get in the back of a book? So then I had to go look up the dates and said, did I win? I didn't win a thing. Gemini, depression may result if you don't get to do things your own way. Yeah, I understand that. You will feel the limitations if you have been overdoing it. Things at home may be somewhat rocky. Listen, one thing I know right now in this day and age, if you're not doing the things you want to do, yeah, some depression can definitely set in. That's why I have been, when I tell y'all I am working on myself because I'm so used to going out and networking, right? So I'm used to doing a lot of work in my office, but I'm also used to going out and networking and doing stuff. And so I haven't been to, but have I been to any networking functions? I don't think I've been to, I went to one meeting outside the office. I haven't been to any networking functions, and it is just it's depressing because I'm so used to being around people who are ambitious and they're thriving, they're trying to get somewhere. I'm used to being around those people, so when I'm not around them people, I could feel it. I could feel that, oh my God, I got to get around the people like me, you know. And so I get it. So here's the thing, Gemini: work hard not to be that way, and try to figure out a way to get the things you want, you know, but we can't always get things the way we want it, but let's see what we can do so you don't have to be depressed. Cancer, you must be careful not to reveal secrets or get involved in gossip. Ew. You may have problems with those you live with. Take care of the needs of elders in your family. Okay, that's loaded for Cancer. Yeah, don't gossip. Keep your business to yourself because folks out there just waiting, so keep your business to yourself. And try not to have, if you got to live with the people, do your best not to have problems with them. Take care of the elders in your family. Just show some compassion today to those people. That way you won't get caught up in nonsense at home or in your personal life. I'm just saying. Leo, you may think gifts will win their heart, but it could add stress from a lack of funds. Oh, Lord. Overspending or unexpected bills could set you back. You can make extra cash if you act on a hunch. Listen, you trying to play Big Willie, you might want to act on this hunch before you go out there trying to win their heart with gifts. What you do to get them, you got to do to keep them. I got to keep saying that. Don't be trying to play big dog and you ain't got the money, so you spend your last money on that 3 dozens of roses. You got to buy that 3 dozen all the time. I'm telling you, most women are like that. How you get them is how you got to keep them. You can't get them and now do some catfishing. They be like, wait a minute. Because here's what's going to happen. They're going to resent you. If they find out that you were a fraud, trust me, they're going to resent you. Even if they love you, they're going to have some resentment in their heart for you because you lied. You showed up as one person. You turned out to be somebody else. They're going to hate you deep down inside. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. Virgo. You can accomplish a lot if you deal with other people's money or possessions today. Okay, who going to let you deal with their money, Virgo? You may find it impossible to get the rest you require. Problems with skin, bones, or teeth may mess up your schedule. You got a lot going on today, but take care of yourself. Get you some rest. Go take care of your skin, your bones, and your teeth. Go ahead. I put my retainers in them this day. I was like, oh my God, it hurts so bad because I haven't put them in. I hate sleeping with them. But I was like, I need to put them in. I went to the dentist last week, and they was like, are you wearing your retainers? I was like, nah, not really. So, well, you need to wear the retainers. I was like, oh, okay. Because y'all know I had braces for like a year and a half. And my teeth look pretty nice. Now they talking about doing some kind of laser surgery. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like it's going to hurt. I don't want to do that. My teeth are fine. I wanted to close up the spaces. That's what I did. I don't have any gaps. I do have 2 on the side, but they're small. I can live with them. So that's why I have them on the retainer. But, ugh. All right, I'm going to go to the song. I'll be right back at the song to give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thiason. Stay tuned.
I found love, for real love. Let this be the real thing. Tell me now, what's on your mind? Whisper soft to me that you want me. There's magic in your fingertips, it's magic when we kiss. I can be myself with you, kiss me now, I insist. Make me yours, just take me now, I'm helpless to resist. Got me so invested in this thing, it's more than just a fling. It's more than just a fling. It's more than just a fling. I can't help that it is more than just a fling. Now I know that it's the real thing, the real thing. Take your time. I'm on a high. My body yearns for you to taste me. No, there's magic in your fingertips, it's magic when we kiss. I can be myself with you, kiss me now, I insist. Make me yours, just take me now, I'm helpless to resist. Got me so invested in this thing, it's more than just a fling. It's more than just a fling. It's more than just a fling. I can't help that it is more than just a fling. Now I know that it's the real thing, the real thing. It's more than just a fling. It's more than just a fling. I
about to say amen. So listen, y'all heard me say I was about to say amen. Welcome back. And this is what happened when you multitasking. So my brother put a nice message on Facebook, and he said, God bless the just and unjust. Make sure you're doing your part today, right? So I was typing amen as the song ended, and I was about to say amen. But amen. Make sure you're doing your part. Welcome back to the show. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney. Give me the Daily Harvest, because brought to you by Noda Astrologer Micah Thyssen. And we're going to pick it up with Libra. Your partner could use some time alone with you. Relax and enjoy what you've accomplished when you're finished. Take time to listen to the problems of family members. Listen, take some time just to shut it down for a second so you can listen. Sometimes we talk too much and we don't listen. Your people need you to listen today, Libra, so just listen. Just take the time. Don't give an opinion, because I know Libras can be very opinionated. Just listen. That's all they need you. They just need you an ear to lend an ear. That's it. Scorpio, minor health problems will cause setbacks if you haven't taken proper care of yourself. Joining organizations will provide you with stimulating romantic contacts. Okay. Praise will be yours if you've been pursuing your goals. Okay, listen here. Joining some organizations could get you some stimulating romantic contacts. Yes, it's cold. You want to snuggle up. You need somebody to snuggle up with. It's about to get cold. Sagittarius. Expressing yourself in novel ways should lead you down new avenues. You can make money if you are wise in your choices. Your financial situation may be draining, and it's time to make some serious changes. Yeah, Sag, think about what you need to do right now. What kind of changes you need to make so you don't be drained. I need to make the same kind of changes, baby. So y'all share them with me. Audrey at goodmorninggwinnett.com. Yes. Got too many things going on sometimes. Capricorn. Abstain from getting involved with married individuals. Unexpected changes in friendships could occur. Your mate will enjoy helping out. You got a mate, Capricorn? You about to get involved with some married individuals? What you got going on this month? Listen here. Just don't do it. Don't do it. I don't care. If they say, we ain't together, don't listen to that. Get the divorce paper first. Now, trust me, you'll regret that later. Show me your divorce papers. Show me the breakup papers. Don't get that bad karma on you and you can't get it off. It's not fun. Aquarius. Unexpected events may upset your routine. You'll be full of good ideas, and your choice of activities may bring enrichment far beyond your expectations. Okay. Children and friends may try to talk you into lending them money. Listen, tell them no. That's one of the most powerful words in the vocabulary. N-O. Absolutely nada. No. Tell them no. Because here's the thing. Money could cause problems. And if your children or your friends, if it's not important, tell them no. I'm just saying. If they got to talk you into it, they don't need it. See, here's the thing. Because when you know somebody really needs it, they ain't got to talk you into it. They can just ask for it. And because it's something they really need, they got to talk you into this. That means it's something they really don't need. Or it's going to backfire on you and you ain't going to get it back. One of the two. All right, my fellow fish Pisces. Oh, Lord. Okay, this is a good one, G. Listen to this. Oh, Lord, this is a good one. Love can be heightened if you sit down and discuss your future plans. Good luck, fish. Your energetic nature and ability to initiate projects will add to your popularity. Do the necessary chores and then do things that please you. I always do that first. I try to do because when I start doing what I really like, I don't want to do nothing else. So I try to do my chores. Like I got to go out this morning. I'm going to go do that first. And then I'm going to come back and do the stuff I love. Because once I start doing the stuff I love, chores are going to suffer. So I try to do them first. But here's the thing. You want to talk and get the romance, get the love heightening. Sit down and discuss future plans. Now, here's the problem with that, fish. If you have somebody who don't want to talk about future plans with you, you probably ain't going to feel no love. I'm just going to be honest with you. Hey, listen. If that person ain't trying to discuss these future plans, you probably going to be pissed off and sick to the stomach. So, I don't know. Hopefully, you got the person that like to talk. And they don't mind talking about the future and having a real grown folk conversation. I'm just saying. Otherwise, you can be like, what? Why did I start talking about this? This is useless.
Right,
why bother?
Exactly. Yeah.
So I'm praying that you have a good person to talk to so y'all can discuss it. Because here's the thing. you get excited when you discuss the future and you come up with real solutions to the things, real goals to the things you're trying to accomplish. That's exciting. Of course, your love is going to be heightened. But when you can't have that conversation, or the person you're talking to is not that person, and they can't do nothing but just agree with you, they don't have any feedback, and that's not going to help you. So I wish you well.
Doesn't help.
Doesn't help.
It becomes a one-sided thing.
One-sided. Mm-hmm. Yep. If you're the only ones with all the suggestions, all the questions, all the answers, that's a one-sided conversation. And all they doing is agreeing with everything you say. Yeah, good luck on that. I'm just saying. All right. So that's all the horoscopes I got for you today. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. to give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thoughts. And let's move on to some news you can use. So you know it's time to do the COVID report. Yeah, it's Monday. This is not a good report, y'all. I don't care what they say. So right now in the state of Georgia, as of yesterday at 2-something p.m., there are 361,982 people who have been diagnosed with COVID-19. And this is according to the Department of Public Health here in Georgia. It's coming straight from the government. It's not coming from me. Go to their website, dph.georgia.gov, and look it up. 361,982 confirmed cases in Georgia. 7,981 people have passed away. That's a lot of people.
Wow.
A lot of people. A lot of people. Just in the last 24 hours, 3 people have died. 21 people have been hospitalized. And 1,281 new confirmed cases. You can't tell me that's good, because that's not good nowhere. You know, but you know, Georgia, it's so crazy. And I'm about to talk some conspiracy right now. When people say, let's do herd immunity, just get out there and don't worry about wearing a mask, I feel like they want people to die. And I feel like they feel like if a lot of people died, it reduces the population, which is going to make it better for the earth.
Yeah.
And I just don't feel like people understand that. So they get out there and they follow it and drink the Kool-Aid, and they don't wear a mask, and you know, and then they're going to fall dead, and that's going to make the population shrink. It is. It's the innocent people that I'm sad about. You know, the ones that just, you know, they're going to go ahead and drink the Kool-Aid anyway. Go ahead, drink the Kool-Aid. Go ahead.
You know, I feel this way. They want to not wear masks, and maybe, you know, they should, you know, we could all go some different places, because I'm not, you know, do what you want to do someplace else, you know? Don't want to have herd immunity? Okay, you can do that. You don't have to do it here.
Yeah, y'all just go to...
Other people don't want herd immunity.
Sure, you know? Don't.
You want to try to prevent it.
Right. That's not
everybody. At the end of the day, I wear a mask. I'm not wearing a mask for me. I'm wearing a mask for you.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I don't have enough compassion to wear a mask for you.
Right.
Because I don't know if I have it or not. And I just feel, I don't understand why you can't be that respectful to me.
Because they don't care.
Or to somebody else.
They don't have no compassion. They don't care. They feel like the mask is a scam. Like it's like the millions, the 200 and some thousand people who have died. They didn't die. They just somewhere hiding out. It's a scam. Oh my God, that's the dumbest stuff I've ever heard. Anyway, Gwinnett County, 31,218 cases confirmed here in Gwinnett County, with the second highest in the state. 450 people have passed away, second highest in the state. So I'm not going to keep harping on that. I'm just going to move on, because nothing we can do about it but do what we got to do. Now, over the weekend, or last Friday, Governor Kemp, he extended his coronavirus restriction through December the 9th. And what that simply means is he has a current ban on gatherings of more than 50 people. Well, how did that work out yesterday when Trump was in Georgia? Can anybody tell me that? Last night, I'm sure it was more than 50 people wherever he was. Look, I'm just gonna tell you right now, it was more than 50 where we were, but we were spread out. But I'm almost positive probably was hundreds. So how did that ban work out?
Literally had a bunch of masks. I looked around and everybody had a mask.
Everybody had a mask. We're gonna talk about that in a second. But anyway, so he extended the ban until December the 9th. It was set to expire on November the 9th, but of course he got exposed, so it must have scared him a little bit. So now because he probably was somewhere with no mask on, because you know it's not true. It's not really a virus. It doesn't kill folks. But he extended the ban to December the 9th, and anywhere that's public gatherings, they don't want more than 50 people to be there. Yeah, I would love to see how that's working out right now.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the numbers are rising again. We were doing good at one time. Like, they show like this global map on the news, and Georgia wasn't on the map. It wasn't in the red. Everything else was red. We were kind of cool. We were like doing good. Now it's rising again. It's rising again because people are still going out and they're living, and they're not wearing the mask, and they're going to public places where there are more than 50 people. And it don't need to be 50 people. It just need to be one person that's infected, and you don't have your mask on. So let me just say that. Don't get it twisted. Now
I know that is the truth.
Right. It don't have to be 50 people. You could be around that one person who's been infected and they weren't wearing a mask, and neither were you. And it's scary. It really is. It's scary for me because I do sometimes lax. And it's mostly at the bowling alley. I'm trying to get better with that. Oh, I'm a little bit better.
Not the best place to lax.
I know, girl. I try so hard though, but I walk up to that thing to bowl, and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta just pull this down because it's so hot. I'm trying. I'm praying and trying. I'm eating right. That's what I'm doing. I'm taking all kind of supplements, zinc, vitamin C, B6. I'm taking it all, chewing up everything, aspirins, everything. I'm doing everything. Ooh, Lord. So. Okay, let's get on to the story. Here's the story for the day. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all this, right? So, on Sundays, we go practice bowling, right? So, I had got dressed. I was about to eat breakfast so I can get off the church, like I do virtual church on Sunday. Get off virtual church and go bowling. Well, right as I was about to do that, I got a message that said Kamala Harris was going to be in Gwinnett County. And I'm thinking, what? How come I didn't know about this sooner? So I didn't know, but I got the message. And so my husband was getting ready to get dressed, and I was like, hey, I don't think I'm going to go bowling because I just heard Kamala going to be in Gwinnett County. So I called up a person who had ran for a seat here in Gwinnett County. I was like, hey, you know about this? And they was like, aren't you the media? I don't know about that. And so I said, let me call around and ask a few people. So he's like, call this person because that's your person. So I called my person. It's like, hey. I texted him. I said, hey, do you know where she's going to be next? Like, absolutely, she's going to be at the Infinite Energy Center. I was like, cool. Now, mind you, I got my press pass, y'all. Let me just tell y'all this. I never felt so empowered in my life till yesterday. I got my press pass. So, Georgette was on her way to meet me for bowling. I was like, hey, did you leave home yet? And she's like, yep, I'm over here by Barnes & Noble, which is really close to my house. And I was like, crap, she's about 5 minutes away. So, I was like, yeah, I'm about to go down here to the Infinite Energy Center because that's what Kamala's going to be at. So she's like, you need me to come? I was like, yeah, come on, let's go. So we get in the car and we get to the Infinite Energy Center, right? So in the middle of the street, they got it blocked off. And so I pull up and I'm like, hey, to the cop, like, hey. And so, cause I'm in the line where the cones are, you can't get by. So I said to him, hey, where does the media go? He goes, are you on the list? So I straight up lied. I was like, yeah. So he said, okay, well, pull in the middle of the road. He had me sitting directly in the middle of Sugarloaf Parkway by the Infinite Energy Center. So we sitting there in the middle of the road. I'm like, oh, crap, we ain't on no list. So he said, okay, follow Fox 5 TV right there. So we follow Fox 5 in the circle, right, in the media line. And then we get to the next table. It's hilarious, y'all. We get to the next table and the Secret Service is up there, right? And I said, that's a Secret Service?
Yes.
Get the Secret Service. And he was a young guy. He was really nice because I was being really, like, childish. I was like, hey, we need to take a picture with you because you Secret Service. He started to laugh. He's like, hurry up. So he goes over to the table because we had to get out the car, let all the windows and doors open, and the dogs had to smell the car and make sure no guns and knives and stuff. So while they were doing all that, we were there taking pictures with Secret Service. It was hilarious. So we took the picture with Secret Service, and I got to post it. I should have posted that picture. I'm going to post it on the website, though. So we take the picture with Secret Service, so then the guy goes, are you on the list? So I pull up my badge and I'm like, oh, he said, oh, you're press. Okay, go on over. The press is over there again. So it was, when I tell y'all, I really didn't understand. And y'all know I love doing this show, right? I love it, right? But I did not understand how powerful this medium was until yesterday when we were standing 100 feet away from Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
Because we were press.
Yeah. Yep.
And I was like, so I had to sit for a minute. So Georgette was videotaping, and she don't even know. I was just sitting there thinking, this is pretty nice. Like, all they kept saying, oh, you press, okay, come on in.
When she was sitting, I was recording.
Because I was almost in disbelief, y'all. Like, really. I was almost in disbelief because I realized I do the show because I love it every day. I love talking to you every day. I did not realize how much power the show really was until yesterday. When I pull up my little press pass, because I got a press pass that I just got 2 weeks ago. And I'm like, and they was like, oh yeah, you press, come on in. I'm like, oh, right? So I was talking to my friend later on that night, and I was telling him the story. He's like, I try to tell you that you press. Like, I don't, because, you know, he said to me during the election, he was running in the primaries, and he said to me, one of the people that was running for a chair here, I was like, she didn't even tell me. We were just together, because we were just together in a meeting for like 2 hours, and she never said a word to me. And next thing I know, he was like, did you see this? I'm like, I was just with her. Never said a word. He's like, well, nobody's going to tell you anything. You're the press. And I'm thinking, I'm not the press. He's like, you're the press. They're not going to tell you anything. And I realized I am with the press. With the press. Yeah. So anyway, U.S. Senator Kamala Harris was in Gwinnett County yesterday at the Infinite Energy Center down on Sugarloaf, along with everybody else. Let me tell y'all, that was like a star-studded event. Stacey Abrams was there. Yes. John Ossoff was there. Lucy McBath was there. Carolyn Bardot was there. Who else was on the stage? Hank Johnson was there. Outside next to me, Nikki Merritt, who's running for a seat here. Nicole Love Henderson, who is running for Gwinnett County Chair. Madeline Jones was out there, and some people. I heard Patty Austin Gaston was out. I mean, it was like a star-studded event. But here's the funny thing: it wasn't a lot of people, right? So I asked Nicole, who I did a quick interview with, like, "Hey, why wasn't a lot of people?" She said it was very secretive because they were, when we were talking about earlier about somebody being in Texas and getting run off the road, it was them. So they apparently was in Texas trying to do a rally, and Trump supporters saw the Biden bus and tried to run it off the road. So they didn't want that to happen in Gwinnett County. So it was like a hush-hush kind of thing. And I'm like, but what it made me realize, I'm the media. I should have knew that. So I was like, I got to act like the media from this point on, because I'm probably missing out some great news because I don't act like the media. I just act like a podcaster. And I'm the press. So that was pretty cool. But let me tell you, it was like a star-studded event yesterday, and people came out to support, and Kamala was there on the stage, and she was talking about why you got to get out and vote today and why it's so important. You know, we've heard the messages before, but it still was worth repeating. And so Stacey got up there and did a phenomenal job. We had a young lady, her name was Palomino. I can't remember her first name, but her last name was Palomino. And she was an immigrant, and she was talking about how afraid she was when they were talking about taking away DACA. You know, and now she's about to graduate college and go into public policy and help immigrants. She's going to be an immigration attorney because she realized that's a real problem, right? That's a real problem for people who are here and they really need help and they don't know where to go get it. They don't trust anybody because they feel like if they go to get help, they're going to get sent back to where they came from. And most of the people who came here are running. They're trying to escape. You know what I'm saying? So. Right. You know, she talked
about like all the other immigrants.
Yeah.
All the other people out here who have immigrants who came over here because they had to leave their country.
Right.
It's the same thing. I mean, the majority of us over here are immigrants anyway.
Yep.
So
it was history making in Gwinnett County yesterday, and I'm so happy that we got a chance to be a part of that, to the point where I was like, man, I think I want to go to Washington when they win. But it's so freaking cold in Washington. I didn't even go to Washington when Obama won because it was so. And I was right in Jersey. That was a 3-hour drive. But when I tell you, I cannot stand being that cold. Like I love the crisp fall weather, but to be standing up there freezing when you listen. If you've never been in the cold like that, I have. I've been to football games. Let me tell y'all. I want to say it was 2007. My brother was a high school football coach for East Orange High School. I don't think they had changed the name yet. I think it was still East Orange High School. They hadn't won a championship in 40 years at that point, right? And they went to the championship, and they played at the Giant Stadium, and it snowed that day. When I tell you, it was so cold. My toes were frozen. Me and my niece had to go inside the bathroom and just stand. That's how cold it get in. If you've never been outside of Georgia, right? Because Georgia get a little cold. Go to Jersey when it's like 3 below. Nothing. It was so cold. I was like, "Oh my God, I'm going to die." But it was so much fun because they won the championship at Giant Stadium that year, and those boys were out there playing in slush because it had snowed. It was wet. I was like, Lord have mercy. I don't know how they do it, but they were hyped. They probably didn't even feel it. They didn't feel it. Anyway, we had a great day yesterday, and People came out to support, and people came out to hear the message, and you got people honking their horns, and it's the same message. You got to go out and vote tomorrow. If you have not voted, you got to go out and vote tomorrow. So, go cast your vote. Listen, believe in what you believe on, but you got to think about which candidate has your best interest at heart. That's all I'm saying. I'm only concerned about your interest, right? I have if Trump had been the person that said, listen, we about to help small businesses do some major things. We got a venture fund set up. We going to create more jobs. And really did that stuff, he probably would have got my vote.
Right.
Because he's a businessman, right? We already know he know how to get through the tax loopholes. Like, give a class on that, sir. He probably would have got all our votes. But that's not what he did. He caused divide in the country. That's what he did. That's what ticks me off. The division. I feel like it's rolled us back 100 years with the nonsense, with all of the killing and the protesters being heard, and you're gonna run the voter suppression, and you running people off the road because they want to go vote. It's that kind of stuff that pushed us back, and that's a shame. That's what ticks me off. Yeah. It's not the fact, because they all politicians, right? It's all kind of like, we're for the people, but are you really? I don't know. All right, I'm moving on. I'm going to a song. I'll be back after the song to give you more of the rundown of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. Stay tuned.
I wanna get you all alone now and go hide away from the lights, but I don't dare to. I'm too fragile, and for that I do apologize. Maybe someday we can work it out, but I'm afraid it's too late to try. Baby, I don't dare to love you, and you know the reason why. Don't you know I'm way too weak to swim? Can't you feel the waves come crashing in? Running out of safety nets, 'cause every night I fall down in the middle of the night screaming, oh my God, 'cause your love's too deep. You know your love's too deep. I reach out in the middle of the night screaming, oh my, 'cause your love's too deep. You know your love's too deep. I think I'm love drunk and it feels wrong, but I'm not afraid to admit I used to feel safe next to you, babe. Now I'm thinking I deserve a hit. Maybe someday we could work it out, but I'm afraid it's too late to try. Baby, I don't dare to love you, and you know the reason why. Don't you know I'm way too weak to swim? Can't you feel the waves come crashing in? Running out of safety nets, 'cause every night I fall down in the middle of the night screaming, oh my God, 'cause your love's too deep. You know your love's too deep. I reach out in the middle of the night screaming, oh my, 'cause your love's too deep. You know your love.
Y'all know when. Let me tell y'all something. Welcome back to the show. It's your girl Audrey Bell Kearney, giving you the daily rundown of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. When I get good rest, I am really humorous. Like I had a pretty cool day yesterday. Then I had kind of a meltdown last night. Then I had a upper again. After I got finished reading the Success Principles. So, but when I wake up and I feel great, I'm all about fun. So I'm reading something one of my friends put on Facebook, and I'm hardly ever on Facebook. I don't know why I'm on Facebook this morning, but she said candy corn gets all the slander every year. Meanwhile, trash. I ain't gonna say what the word she said because she got some nasty words her say. But them circus peanuts go by every year with no smoke. So you know the circus peanut, that candy, the orange candy. The candy G.
Yes.
That is, first of all, I hate candy corns. They just as nasty. But circus peanuts are worse. So I'm sitting here reading that, and I'm like, because circus peanuts to me are disgusting. I don't like candy corn either, though. So that's just, I know that's crazy, right, y'all? But that was so funny to me. I'm like, yeah.
I love candy corn.
Do you? I hate candy corn. I don't like none of that stuff. But circus peanuts even less. Like, ugh. That's and then the little that little jelly candy. You know what I'm talking about? It's like you chew and it gets stuck in your teeth like jelly with the little sugar on the outside.
Oh, you have like sugar on the outside?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Orange slices. Ugh. My grandmother used to eat.
No, I love orange slices.
I don't like those. I don't like those. I don't like circus peanut. My grandmother used to eat.
My husband gets them all the time.
Oh, no. I don't like them. Ugh, I don't like them. That just was funny to me when I saw that. And I just like breezed through and it was like, nobody, circus peanuts make it, nobody says anything about it. I thought that was hilarious. So, y'all, I'm silly this morning. That means I slept well, which I did. I slept really good. All right, so y'all know the election is tomorrow, and why people went and applied to be poll workers in Gwinnett County. 200 people were not able to become poll workers because they didn't know that they needed another form to be filled out. So they're waiting to hear back from HR over in Gwinnett County. Yeah, so it sounds like voter suppression to me. I'm just saying, maybe it wasn't. But if people are calling you saying, hey, where's my paperwork? You said my application was accepted. What's next? And I don't hear anything. And then come to find out, oh, you forgot to do the I-9. Or you forgot to do your paperwork wasn't filled out correctly, but you didn't say anything to anybody. So 200 people said that happened to them. I think 208 people said that happened to them. And that's crazy. One guy said he kept calling until he finally got everything he needed. I think that's ridiculous. If you know you need poll worker, tell them what they need. So apparently, when they did the application, they were supposed to get a reply email saying this is what you got to do next, which was the I-9, and this is what you had to do next. They didn't get that email. It didn't go to spam. They just never got it. And so that was a problem. And so, of course, you need poll workers. But so it sounds something don't smell too right there for me. Something don't smell too right.
I don't understand. Yeah. I mean, this is like the only election we have had all of this happening.
Oh, girl.
So obviously there must be, you would think that Dr. Hint, you know what I mean? Like common sense would say, okay, we know something is like totally wrong here. Because there's been no challenging before about voter suppression. And, leaving one ballot box for a whole county of people and trying to say you can't vote, you can't send your stuff in, it can't be postmarked after a certain time. And I'm like, how many presidents have we had and voted for people? None has been an issue.
Yep.
Now it's like everything is an issue.
Everything's an issue. They said yesterday they were taking 127,000 ballots back. I forgot what it was. It was something crazy. What? I'm like, what? Wait.
127,000 ballots. Yeah.
Where were they taking them back from? Huh?
They're trying to kick them off the roll. I forgot what state it was in. Was it not Minnesota? Don't quote me on that because I don't think that was right. I don't think it was Minnesota, but I can't remember which one it is. But it's supposed to be going to the judge today.
What was the reason?
The legislature in that state said it was fine. Huh?
What was the reason? Oh, it was a drive-through. That's what it was. It was a drive-through. It was a drive-through voting.
Yeah, but it was a drive-through. Right, but it was fine. You could do the drive-through.
Right. It was 127,000 people who did the drive-through voting. They okayed drive-through voting. That's why they did it.
In Michigan?
I can't remember either, but I
don't remember which state.
But they drove through to do that voting. It was okay for them to do that. And now that they have done it, they want to take the ballots back and call them invalid. 127,000 votes. That is ridiculous. Like, that is so unconstitutional. It's unbelievable. But hey, we're living in a world that's the Constitution is rocked right now. I bet George Washington they weren't this bad. They turned over in their graves right now. Like, what the F is going on up there? George, you see what your people doing? They making a mess. According to Bianca Keaton, who is the Democratic chair, Gwinnett County Democratic chair, she said many people contacted the organization regarding why they weren't assigned a polling place, at least given response from the elections department. So 208 people on that list. 40% did not have an I-9 form filled out. 36% did not have an application on file. They done lost the applications and everything. About 23% had their application referred to the election department for potential work. So out of all them people, only 23% actually got the application referred to. This man said he submitted his I-9 a month after he replied to be a poll worker. He didn't get an email telling him to do so when he submitted his application early in September. It took 4 or 5 calls to the county human resource department to find out. He said once he submitted the form, it took a few more calls to HR to confirm his application had been sent to the elections office. When he didn't hear back from the elections office, he was given an email address, which he did that he could send further inquiries to. He said, I emailed a couple of times and didn't hear anything back. Conway said, I lost hope at that point. The election department has gotten many inquiries from applicants who were never contacted to work on the election. Election director Christy Ralston said, all the cases she's personally handled have involved missing I-9 forms, but she said she cannot speak to any she did not handle. Sound like voter suppression to me. Sound like they just don't want people to vote. This is terrible. Ooh, Lord, I don't understand.
Is this 2020 or 1940?
1933.
I just cannot understand. 33. It's like ridiculous.
1933.
It's so unfair. It's just outright. It's just, and I'm just done. Sometimes I just can't even find the words.
1933.
It's just so unbelievable.
It is. And hopefully after tomorrow it'll be over.
To this country. One person can do this to this country, honestly.
He done turned the world upside down. The world is upside down right now.
Take one maniac. Trust me.
All right, let's talk about something clean. Let's talk about some clean and beautiful. Ooh, Gwinnett Clean and Beautiful and its partners at Gwinnett County Solid Waste Management are set to ensure a socially distant and safe event at the upcoming America Recycles Day 2020, which is going to be 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on November 14th at Coolray Field. And Coolray is located at 2500 Buford Drive in Lawrenceville. Items collected include electronics, latex paint, and paper for secure shredding. We asked attendees to remain in their cars, the staff said. So you're going to stay in your car. To stay in your car all while you're wearing your mask and they're going to collect the items from the trunk of their car or the back seat. I think they did that before earlier this year. I think they were at the fairgrounds. They did the same thing. Mm-hmm. Like you could bring your stuff. But you got to stay in your car and they're going to come take it out the back of your car or out your back seat. There won't be any refreshments. There won't be any porta potties available. So make sure you pee before you leave home. Mm-hmm. If you get in a long line and you got to go to the bathroom, you might want to get out the line. They want you to place your items in disposable boxes because they're not going to be able to return any containers. So follow the rules and get what you got to get done. Recycling electronics are free except for TVs, monitors, and printers. Attendees are asked to bring cash, $15 per monitor, $5 or TV, and $5 per printer. Any latex paint will be accepted at the event. Collection is limited to 10 gallons per vehicle. You got 10 gallons of paint to throw away? You might want to give that to somebody if it's some good paint. Anyway, for more information about this event, you can go to gwinnettcb.org, gwinnettcb.org. That's going to take place on November 14th, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. So if you want to be a part of that, go ahead and be a part of that. You got some stuff you need to recycle, this is your opportunity. But you got to put it in containers that you're not trying to get back. You got to put it in the back of your trunk or in your back seat. And if you got TVs and monitors and printers, you got to pay some money. So bring cash. They're not taking credit cards. If you go there with a credit card and a TV, you're going to have to take the TV back with you because they're not taking it without the $15. So don't go there to them. Oh, I thought, no, I told you can't. And they have printed here. So for more information, again, go to GwinnettCB.org. All right, I'm going to my last song and I'll be back to I got one more story. Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm going to go to a song and I'm going to come back and tell you this story because I think this is a good story. Stay tuned.
You're all that I want, could you let me in? The last drink was the last drink, but I don't wanna leave. I wanna get closer, don't want this night to be over. Wanna get closer, it's not over. Yeah, we could go back to my place, 'cause I don't wanna waste no precious time. So let's go back to my place. If it's only for a night, let's make it count. I love it, how your touch feels. I love it, how you look at me in my place. No, I don't wanna waste no precious time. You said the last kiss was the last kiss. Make it hard for you to leave, but telling secrets in between the sheets. I don't want you to leave. I would fall in a second if you let me, 'cause you're all that I want, could you let me in? The last drink was the last drink, but I don't wanna leave. I wanna get closer, don't want this night to be over. Wanna get closer, it's not over. Yeah, we could go back to my place, 'cause I don't wanna waste no precious time. So let's go back to my place. If it's only for a night, let's make it count. I love it, how your touch feels. I love it, how you look at me in my place. No, I don't wanna waste no precious time. Don't waste no precious time. Go back to my place. Don't waste no precious time. Go back to my place. Don't waste no precious time. Go back to my place. Don't waste no precious time. Go back to my place. I wanna get closer, don't want this night to be over. Wanna get closer, it's not over. Yeah, we could go back to my place, 'cause I don't wanna waste no precious time. So let's go back to my place. If it's only for a night, let's make it count. I love it, how your touch feels. I love it, how you look at me in my place. No, I don't wanna waste no precious time.
Welcome back. So this is a cool story, y'all, and this is all about how you just got to pivot. Like this young lady, her name is Joanna Pratt. She has an art studio here in Gwinnett County, and she moved her art studio here in 2017. And she was just coming back she was just moving here, so she was trying to get herself established, and then she started to business started to pick up, and she was starting to do really well. And she said she was booked all the way through May of this year when COVID hit on March 13 and shut the doors. Not only did it cancel all the classes, it shut down they shut down. And they had to figure out how to pivot. So because they were doing art classes, she said, you know what, let me look at my strengths. This is what she did. Let me look at my strengths. What one of her strengths was, not only was she a theater, she was in the theater and she was in the dancing and music and arts, she was also bilingual. And so she decided to open her doors back up with social distancing, of course, and bring children in and teach them how to do all the things she do, and also teach them Spanish. So what started out as an art studio became an art studio teaching music and words and letters and colors in Spanish. So not only are the kids learning to paint, they're learning to paint in Spanish because she's bilingual, and which is kind of perfect because Gwinnett County has a huge Hispanic population. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I wanted to tell that story because, when this whole thing hit, I had just opened up the Noise Factor, which was my podcast studio. We had just opened it, the ribbon cutting. Who the heck knew that when we came back from Podfest that we would have to shut the doors? We didn't know that, and I was so hurt because that was money that I lost. Like, we had to pay rent. But it just shook. So it just shook us. And so it was like, okay, like nobody's, and literally, part of me wanted to open back up, but the other part of me was like, nobody's going to come out right now. And literally people have been struggling to keep their doors open. I have a friend right now who has a podcast studio, and there's no money coming in the door for podcasting at a studio right now because people can do it from home or not do it at all. And so it's like, okay, what do you do? And so, we're thinking about, next year and how we're going to do this thing. And we got some good ideas about expanding the show, but, and part of that includes a studio, but it's a different plan. It's a different plan that we believe that should this happen again, we'll be able to sustain. We weren't ready. Like I had just launched the Noise Media Network at the end of the year. November 29th last year. We're almost a year old. I had just launched the company. So, when in February, March, like it was literally a month or two old, because even though I had got registered and all that stuff in November 29th, I still didn't really start doing business till February. And we weren't doing business then, really. Yeah. It was just like, okay, we're here now. Let's work. I got to go speak at the Podfest. We're just open. So no real marketing had really started because I was still trying to figure out how to get everything together, and it was crazy. So we shut the doors, But my goal is to open back up again in 2021. And so this story to me was a good story because she had to learn how to pivot quick. The fact that she had all these different talents was great, and people love the arts. Like, I love the arts. I don't know how to draw a thing. I got paint upstairs and decoupage and all that good stuff. But the fact that she knows how to do all that stuff and she could train people and she was bilingual, she had to stop and say, okay, what can I do right now to help myself? What can I do right now? And that's what you got to do. If you have a business right now and you're struggling, you got to stop for a second and say, okay, what do I need to do to pivot? For me, I had to close my doors because what I was selling at that time was not a real necessity. It was like, okay, I got a business. Should I have a podcast or should I not? Well, do I need to go into a studio where I may get contaminated? People were like, no. I was saying no myself. Like, I'm not going in there. Like, I ain't going nowhere near anybody, which I did not until June. Like, from March to June, I didn't go there. So I barely went out the house. I think I might have went out the house once. Within that time before June 6th, when I went on vacation for a couple of days for my anniversary, because I was messed up. I was mentally messed up because, we had lost a family member, and I lost the best man in my wedding. My dog died. It just a lot went on. It was like, I'm not going anywhere. So sometimes you have to step back, and it hurt me to close my studio because I was like, oh my God, I had said last year I was going to have a studio, and I had a studio. And I was so excited about that, but God had a different plan, and I had to roll with that plan. Like, okay, that's not it. You wanted a studio, but that's not what you're supposed to do right now. And so, and that's okay. But it took me a minute to get past that pain. So, I applaud them for being able to do this, and I think it's a great thing that not only are they able to be able to teach the kids art, but they're able to teach them Spanish as well and some other things too. So for more information about Art for Life, it's called Art for Life. You can go to artforlife.center, www.artforlife.center, www.artforlife.center. Check them out. You got kids, you can take them over there. They can learn Spanish and art at the same time. I think that's pretty cool. They can learn their colors in Spanish. I think that's really, really cool. Like the daycare my granddaughter goes to, they teach in Spanish. So she's 2 years old. So I'm expecting her to be not 2 yet. She's almost 2. I'm expecting her to be saying words next month in Spanish. Like yes, like see, like I'm expecting her to say that. It's pretty soon because she's saying a good number of words right now. She's almost 2. She's not 2 yet. And I'm gonna tell y'all this real quick. So, in expanding the show, I talk a lot about business on here because I'm an entrepreneur and I love business. So one of the things I'm going to be doing moving forward with this show is on the website, I'm going to be producing videos about business. And you can get a chance to go there and look at some of the stuff I'll be talking about. I'll be talking about how to start a business, how to grow a business, all the different things that I've done over the years to help me stay in business for 23 years. When I look back, and it's so funny, when I look back, I may not have reached the goal that I set, the ultimate goal, and I probably never will. But I have been doing this for 23 years, so I have really been working from home for 21 years, y'all. And sometimes I beat myself up really bad, like bruise myself about, oh my God, you didn't hit that goal yet. You didn't accomplish this yet. And when I look back, I have accomplished a lot. Sometimes I just don't give myself credit for the things I do. But I will be sharing all that with you under the business section on Good Morning Gwinnett starting next week. So you'll be getting videos about this journey, and if you're deciding to get on this journey to starting a business, or write a book, start a network, start a podcast, start a magazine, I've done it all. So I can give you my spin on ups and downs and rounds, successes and failures. I got a lot to share. So starting next week on goodmorninggwinnett.com, I will be posting a new video every Friday for you to watch. About business. It's all about business. I may be talking about Art for Life, or I may be talking about why I failed at 3 magazines, because I have all 3 of them. And it's a reason. It wasn't just because I failed. It was because it was a reason. One, the magazine industry had changed, but I'll say that for the video. All right, so that's all I got. I'm going to go to my last song, and I'm going to come back and give you my words of inspiration for today. Stay tuned. All right. We're wrapping it up. Today is Monday. It is what it is, baby.
Sure we had fun tonight. You and me felt alright. But it's time you pick up your phone. You won't be worth my while. Me and you won't work out. Pick it up, pack it up, get a cab and go. It's not your fault, my baby. It's not on you, my baby. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. You deserve somebody who's loving you. You shouldn't call me later. Promise it's for the better. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. Cause I got a rule. I hold on to my heart. Share with nobody. I don't want nobody else. Yeah, I hold on to my heart. Give it up for nobody. I just keep it to myself. I ain't got room for love. I don't need stars above. All I need is my precious space. Yeah. Why you so serious? Can't you just be mine for a night, my love? Take it off, put it on, then be on your way. It's not your fault, my baby. It's not on you, my baby. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. You deserve somebody who's loving you. You shouldn't call me later. Promise it's for the better. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. Cause I got a rule. I hold on to my heart. Share with nobody. I don't want nobody else. Yeah, I hold on to my heart. Give it up for nobody. I just keep it to myself. I've been too hurt before. I've been too careless more. So hold on to my heart. I've been alone before. This way I won't get bored. So I'll hold on to my heart. It's not your fault, my baby. It's not on you, my baby. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. You deserve somebody who's loving you. You shouldn't call me later. Promise it's for the better. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. Cause I got a rule. I hold on to my heart. Share with nobody. I don't want nobody else. Yeah, I hold on to my heart. Give it up for nobody. I just keep it to myself. I've been too hurt before. I've been too careless more. So hold on to my heart. I've been alone before. This way I won't get bored.
thing I love about this show is being able to play music. Oh, I like that song. Hold On to My Heart. Yes, that's a great song. Woo, I'm just sitting there just rocking to the music because that's one of the great things I love about being able to do this show my way, baby, is I get to play music and I get some really good songs. So listen, guys, I got to go now, but before I go, I want to give you my inspiration for the day, and it's pretty short and powerful. And here it goes. Champions keep playing until they get it right. Let me just say it one more time. Champions keep playing until they get it right. Billie Jean King said that, and she was absolutely right. Here's the thing. You can't give up. Yeah, it's hurt. It hurts. Yeah, it's tiresome. Yep. Yeah, it's aggravating. Yes, it stresses you out. But if you got a goal, trust me, if you can get through the process, oh my God, how good it's going to feel. I've been through so many things. We've started so many businesses. And yes, mostly all of them failed. I ain't going to even lie. Yeah. And I'll talk about each one of them on the video show next week. But here's the thing, it's the process, and it's what I've learned, and I've learned so much that has helped me to get to where I am right now, and I've learned so much that helps so many people. People call me for stuff I don't even want to talk about. They call me because they know I can talk about it. They call me because they know I can put them in the right direction. Some of those stuff, I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to talk about that. Ooh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to, but because people know that I know these things, I'm able to share. And here's the thing. That's probably my charge from God, right? He allowed me to learn all these things so I could share and help people move forward with the things they have to do. So you just got to stay with it. You got to stay with it when it hurts. You got to stay with it when you sacrifice. You got to stay with it when you're sick, when you're tired, when you just want to give up and throw up your hands and say, I'm getting a job. It's rough. Let me tell you, and I beat myself up. There are plenty of days like, oh, I should just quit this and get a job. But here's what I realized. Nobody's going to hire me because I'm a woman of a certain age. Yeah. Even though I could do all these things, they want the millennials and the, what is it, Gen Z? Gen Z, they don't want no old chicks in there being nobody's mother.
No, they don't.
And that's okay. That's okay. I'll stay right here talking to you until they put me in the box. That's all I'm saying. So listen. Thank you so much for listening to me and Georgette, even though I think I talked a lot today. Georgette didn't talk that much. That's because I rested well. When I rest well, I talk a lot. Yeah. Thank you for listening. Tomorrow is a very, very important day. We cannot stress it enough. I know some of you did not vote early. Unfortunately, God bless you. Get on up, get your chair, get you some water, get you some popcorn, get in the line, sit down, get an umbrella because you don't know the weather. Yep, get a sweater. Put on some mittens if you need to. If you know you got you suffer for anemia, get you some socks. Put your boots on. Be prepared. Make a plan. Like tomorrow voting, you got to plan it out. It's like planning out your work day. Okay, I need to get my boots. I need to get me some leggings. I need some earmuffs. I need to get me a hat, a jacket, an umbrella, a chair, at least a gallon of water, some popcorn, some Slim Jims, right? And my glasses so I can, maybe even a book so I can read. And just plan to camp out, because that's pretty much what we're going to have to do tomorrow. Because you didn't vote early, unfortunately. Here's the thing. You cannot not vote. So just plan it out. Get you a nice chair. Sit on down. Move the chair. As the line moves, you move the chair. That's all I'm saying. Put the stuff in a bag so you don't have to worry about trying to hold everything in your hand. Get the chair with the cup holder so you can put the cup in the, you know what I mean? Just get ready. Bring a cup. Yep. Bring your glasses so you can read and see the ballots. All of that. Just make a plan. Do a checklist. Because this is going to be an election like none other. Even though so many people have voted, they said still half the people have not. Oh, my God. I can't even imagine what the polls are going to be like tomorrow. Ooh. Can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. But anyway, get out and to vote tomorrow. Cast your vote. Think about your family. Forget about your ego, your prejudice, and your judgments. Think about your family, because that's what's important. That's what's important. Think about your friends. Yep. That's what's important. At the end of the day, we all need people. That's why people are going crazy right now, because we don't have. Yeah, we need people. So stop it. We all got to live in the United States together, because nobody's going anywhere else except for the rich folks. They're gonna leave and go to Switzerland. All right. That's all I got for you today. I know I feel like a clown right now. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. Listen, if you missed any episode of the show, be sure to go to goodmorninggwinnett.com to listen to past episodes there. Also, follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Gwinnett. Follow me on Facebook at Good Morning Gwinnett. And follow me on Twitter at GM Gwinnett. And go to Apple Podcasts and find your favorite episodes or two and give it 5 stars. I appreciate you so much. And if you never want to miss an episode, download the app from the App Store. Whether you got an Android or Apple, there's an app for that. Download the app. And I can keep going. If you got an Alexa, cue me up. So Alexa, play Good Morning, open Good Morning Gwinnett, and it'll play the latest episode. So if you miss it in your car, if you miss it on your phone, if you just want to listen to it in the house, tell Alexa, open Good Morning Gwinnett, and she will play the latest episode of Good Morning Gwinnett for you. All right? All right. That's all I got for you today. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. Georgette, thank you so much for giving us the word of the week. Have some compassionate people. Have some compassion, people. After tomorrow, we gonna all need some compassion. Ooh, we probably gonna need some compassion after this month. You hear me? Because I know it's going to be some stuff going on. I pray it won't. I pray it don't. But just in case it do, remember the word for the week. And we might need to carry that word over for the rest of this month. Compassion. Thank you, G.
Probably. I think so.
Yep.
Honestly.
Thank you so much. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you spent the last hour and 28 minutes here with me and the listeners. And I appreciate you so very much for being here with us this morning. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. Keep me in your prayers. Get out the boat. I might go out and be the woman on the street tomorrow. I don't know. I got to see. If y'all know, if I'm coming to you live and I ain't got no music playing and all that stuff, that means I'm live. I'm at the polls. I'm talking to people. Like, why you wait? Here's what I want to know. Why you waited to the last minute to vote? That's going to be my question to everybody. Excuse me. Why did you wait till the last minute to vote? Like, yeah, why did you wait till election day to vote? So, I don't know. I might do that tomorrow so y'all can hear the stories live why people did that, because I think that may be interesting. Anyway, I got to go. I'll be back tomorrow, God willing. Keep your mask on. Stay safe. Thank you, G, so much. Until next time, y'all, make it a great day. Bye now.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.